Poland looks like a country on Europe's eastern edge. But that map is becoming outdated. Behind its growing military power is something larger, a network of roads, railways, bases, ports, energy routes, and industrial capacity connecting Europe to its eastern frontier. The real question is not simply how strong Poland is. It is how much of Europe's security system is increasingly moving through Poland. The visible story is straightforward. Poland is spending heavily on defense, expanding its armed forces, modernizing equipment, and strengthening its position inside NATO. Across the country, military facilities and transport networks are becoming more active. But these assets only make sense when viewed as pieces of a much larger machine. But military strength is only one part of Poland's advantage. Its deeper value comes from location. Poland sits between Western Europe and the eastern flank, while also facing the Baltic Sea. That means the same geography that makes Poland strategically exposed also makes it exceptionally useful as a bridge between military forces, industrial capacity, and the wider European system. Behind Poland's military rise is a logistics machine. Railways move heavy equipment. Highways connect military installations. Ports receive strategic cargo. Airfields provide rapid access. Warehouses and maintenance facilities keep the system moving. The hidden power is not one base or one weapon. It is the ability to connect many systems into one operational network. Now the map becomes clearer. Poland connects the Baltic region with Central Europe. Its territory sits across major east-west transportation routes, while its northern coastline opens access to maritime trade. Geography alone does not create power. But when geography is combined with infrastructure, it can turn a country into a strategic gateway. A strategic position only matters if the infrastructure can handle the pressure. Poland's network of highways, railways, airports, ports, fuel facilities, and military installations creates the physical layer beneath its strategic role. The important detail is connectivity. A road matters more when it reaches a railway. A port matters more when cargo can move inland. A base matters more when the network can sustain it. The mechanism is surprisingly simple. Equipment arrives by ship or rail. It moves through logistics terminals and transportation corridors. From there, it can be distributed toward military facilities or further across the region. Support systems then keep personnel, fuel, spare parts, and equipment moving. Strategic power comes from the speed and reliability of the entire chain. But this system is not powered by military logistics alone. Poland has invested in diversifying energy infrastructure, while its industrial base supports a growing defense ecosystem. The result is a broader strategic advantage, the ability to connect security with industry, transportation, and energy resilience. This changes the balance of power. A stronger Poland can provide more than military capability. It can offer infrastructure, logistics, regional coordination, and industrial capacity. For NATO, that makes Poland increasingly important to the eastern flank. For Central Europe, it creates a major transportation and security hub. The country is becoming valuable because multiple systems now depend on the same geography. And Poland does not operate alone. Its strategic position connects it to NATO allies, European supply chains, Baltic maritime routes, and transcontinental trade networks. Equipment, energy, industrial goods, and military support can all intersect here. What appears to be a national strategy is therefore connected to a much larger European system. But strategic importance creates pressure. Poland sits close to one of Europe's most sensitive security environments. The Baltic region, NATO's eastern flank, and the Suwałki corridor all carry strategic significance. The same infrastructure that enables reinforcement can also become a target of strategic competition. Connectivity creates strength, but it also creates responsibility. But here is the deeper reveal. Poland's emerging role may not simply be about defending Polish territory. It is increasingly about providing a platform from which European security can be organized, supplied, and sustained. That means the true strategic asset is not a single military formation. It is the platform underneath the formation, the infrastructure that allows the entire system to function. That is why the world cares about Poland's transformation. The country sits at the intersection of European defense, Baltic security, energy resilience, industrial capacity, and military logistics. If Poland's network becomes more capable, the strategic effects extend far beyond its borders. The strength of Europe's eastern security architecture increasingly depends on what can move, arrive, and be sustained here. Over the next 5 to 15 years, Poland could become even more important if its defense industry, transport infrastructure, energy resilience, and military logistics continue expanding together. New technology may increase the value of data and precision logistics. Stronger infrastructure could deepen regional integration. Poland is increasingly positioned to become not just a frontline state, but a central node in Europe's security architecture. If that transformation succeeds, the consequences will reach beyond Poland. A stronger logistics network could improve Europe's ability to move goods, energy, and strategic resources. A stronger defense industry could reshape regional supply chains. And a more connected eastern flank could change how Europe thinks about security itself. Poland's rise is therefore not only a national story, it is part of Europe's larger infrastructure story. So perhaps Poland's transformation is not really about becoming Europe's strongest military power. It may be about becoming one of its most important strategic systems. The roads, rails, ports, energy routes, industries, and alliances all connect into something larger. What looks like one country on the map may actually be becoming a platform for Europe's future security. And if that continues, the next map of European power may be drawn not by borders, but by what can move through them.